It's week 3 of the 2023 season, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. Everyone's still in awe of his last game, passing Norm Van Brocklin's 1951 mark of 554 passing yards. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Right now.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Throwing his Carr on third down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Play action. It's Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Finding Williams once more, complete.
Holding, offense.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flag for that one. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Carr. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Carr's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Carr, the quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Rosas' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After one, 17-7 is our Charger football to start quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert off of play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Herbert. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. That's good for a Vegas first down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On play action, now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. To throw, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Fielded at the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Herbert. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Buying time to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have now moved out in front. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Carr. Williams brings it in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
Another try for Davis. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Renfro on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr going to throw. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Carr again. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Carr to throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of it. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see that. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Carr now on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Carr trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead on a final play and a half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert off of play action. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Forced. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Raiders have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Carr now on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Rosas' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when they get... And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Steps away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, Davis. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run for it with Davis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Carr being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. He has still not connected on a single pass in the 2nd half.
Right now, they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We have played 3 quarters. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Inside give to Davis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Davis. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. That he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 1st and 10, Herbert to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Rashad Bateman from 13 yards out. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And it's caught. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Carr now to throw. Touchdown! Darren Waller, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
76.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. And the Raiders have recovered. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, 36 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Herbert on first down now. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Carr. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He got 29 yards that time. Carr now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now Carr again. This is caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Again, it's Carr. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this fourth game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in